Hi, welcome back. We're going to be talking about incontinence today. Not an easy subject to talk about, but we are going to be talking about because it does affect millions, not only here in America, but across the world. Now, the inability to control urine or waste matter is something that is a difficult subject to discuss, but we are going to do it today. Hopefully with the idea to make things better for you as a caregiver and to inform you in such a way as you can make things better for the person that is in your care. Gaining as much knowledge as you can from the person that is in your care is important. Ask them the questions. Do you know when you think you feel like you need to go to the bathroom? Do you have a problem with discussing this? Get this out in the open. Talk frankly about the issue, letting them know that you're here to help them to make things better. Neurogenic bladder is when the bladder is unable to relax or contract in a way to control urine flow. Now, this presents in two ways. It's urge incontinence and it's also overflow incontinence. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about these two in order to help educate you and provide information that will help you address issues that can lead to remedy or at least management of this difficult issue. Overflow incontinence is when the bladder fills to a point where it cannot contract to relieve itself. In the case of urge incontinency, it is exactly what it sounds like. There is a tremendous urge, a muscle spasm that leads mostly to leakage where it cannot be controlled in a way that would prevent the flow of urine. As a caregiver, knowledge is power. So knowing the technical aspect of what causes this incontinence is important. It will lead to strategies to help. Perhaps it's limiting intake at certain times of the day or night. It may also mean determining to make sure that there are restroom breaks even when no urge is apparent in the person we're caring for. In the world of incontinence, the term overactive bladder is often used. It simply means that you didn't have to go, but all of a sudden that person does have to go, and they have to go immediately. The urge usually does lead to leakage. Pads and underwear are used for helping individuals with this. Now, people who are otherwise healthy, this represents about 10% of the population, have this problem. That said, the causes for overactive bladder are varied. It could be an inflammation of the bladder lining. It could be intake of alcohol, caffeine that are nerve deadeners. It could also simply be a reaction to medications that a person is taking. There are also nerve damaging issues that affect this, like menopause, Parkinson's, MS, diabetes, and others that lead to this overactive bladder problem. Now, the way to treat begins, of course, always with your medical professional. What are they saying about the issue? We also talked about the limiting of intakes at times of the day or night and doing those unscheduled restroom checks. We also talked about the need to have pads and underwear and frankly even a change of clothing available as a precautionary measure. If the person is bedridden or wheelchair bound, there are other things beyond, of course, the medical catheterization. There are PureWick systems. I'm using that term because that's something that's very frequently advertised on TV. And it is my understanding, although I have not used this personally, having seen it used in a hospital myself can tell you that they are very effective with helping with this issue. Now, if the person you're dealing with is a male and they have what we call a buried penis, the Pyramid system actually works very effectively for them as well. Where appropriate, there are Kegel or Kegel exercises that can be performed that also help with control. Look this up. Do a Google search on it. There's a lot of information out there, and I believe that anything that can help, you should investigate. Let me wrap up this piece on incontinent care by giving you my A, B, and C of this type of care. A, ask questions. B, be prepared, pads and clothing. C, carefully plan those restroom breaks and that drink and food intake to manage this difficult issue. So that's it. We'll see you next time. Be with you again next Friday. Like this channel, share it with others. And until then, have a safe and blessed week. Take care.